Whispers drift through the fog. Shadows flicker across weathered stone. This is a land where myth is not a story, but a presence, where forests murmur with memory, and every bend in the road feels charged with unseen meaning. Welcome to Transylvania, Romania's enigmatic heart, a realm of forgotten hamlets, concealed fortresses, and cultural riddles that reward those willing to surrender control. Far from the familiar roots of Bucharest or the pop culture obsession with Dracula and Bran Castle, this journey embraces an AI-curated blind trip. Mystery travel stripped of predictability. Destinations are revealed only upon arrival, like chapters in a Gothic chronicle unfolding in real time. Picture stepping out of a car in a remote village you never chose, uncovering Dacian sanctuaries aligned with ancient stars, or entering a cave shrine where locals still whisper prayers into echoing stone, believing the mountain listens. Spanning nearly 100,000 square kilometers in central Romania, Transylvania is a vast tapestry of the Carpathian Mountains, primeval forests, rolling plateaus, and medieval towns frozen in time. Around 7 million people call it home. Romanians, Hungarians, Saxons, and Roma, each layer adding language, faith, and ritual to the region's complex identity. Here, history is dense and palpable. Dacian kingdoms predating Rome, legions carving roads through mountains, medieval Saxon citadels, and centuries lived under Ottoman and Habsburg shadows. In 2025, as mystery tourism surges by more than 25%, Transylvania has emerged as a natural stage for unscripted travel, where curiosity replaces checklists and surprise becomes the experience itself. This is not sightseeing by itinerary. It is blindfolded arrivals, local guides sworn to secrecy, and encounters designed to unsettle, inspire, and reconnect you with the thrill of the unknown. Shrouded in fog and legend, Transylvania's mysteries take shape long before any gave them borders. Travel back to the 1st century BCE when the Dacians, formidable warriors led by King Burebista, ruled these mountains from stone citadels concealed deep within the Orăștia forests. At Sarmizegetusa Regia, their spiritual and political heart, sacred sanctuaries aligned with the sun-hosted rituals tied to cosmology, warfare, and the rhythms of nature. Gold flowed from these hills, fueling both power and myth, while wooden temples and circular altars hinted at an advanced, symbolic worldview. In 106 CE, Roman legions under Emperor Trajan shattered this kingdom, carving roads through the mountains and extracting vast mineral wealth. Their forts, baths, and mines still linger as fractured echoes of empire beneath moss and leaf litter. Centuries later, during the medieval age, another layer settled in. Saxon settlers invited by Hungarian kings in the 12th century. They transformed isolated valleys into fortified villages, erecting imposing churches in places like Vaiscri and Birton. Fortresses of faith ringed by walls, granaries, and watchtowers. Built to withstand Mongol invasions and Ottoman raids, these structures remain remarkably intact, standing today as stoic sentinels of a frontier where survival, belief, and community were inseparable. Beyond Viskri, the blind journey deepens. Another turn, another veil lifted, this time in the Apuseni Mountains, where limestone ridges rise like broken ramparts and villages cling to valleys carved by water and time. You arrive without a name, only the sound of bells and rushing stone-cold streams. This is the land of the Mozi, mountain people whose wooden houses and haystack-dotted meadows feel untouched by the modern age. Guided by locals, you descend into hidden caves such as Peștera Scherishwara, where a 10,000-year-old underground glacier glows blue in headlamp light, or follow forest paths to karst springs believed to cleanse misfortune. Here, mystery is elemental, felt in the damp air, the echoing chambers, the quiet rituals of woodcutters and herbalists who still read the mountains like a living manuscript. The next revelation leans darker, shaped by myth and unease. At dusk, you are led into Hoia Baciu Forest, just outside Cluj-Napoca, often called Europe's most haunted woodland. Trees twist unnaturally, branches spiraling as if frozen mid-dance, compasses falter, cameras glitch. Scientists debate geomagnetic anomalies. Locals speak of portals and wandering lights. On a silent clearing known as the Dead Zone, no vegetation grows, and the air feels charged, expectant. Whether psychological or physical, the effect is undeniable. This is mystery travel at its most visceral, not staged fear, but a confrontation with the unknown that invites interpretation rather than explanation. Your final blind drop reveals a quieter enigma. Cinque Vece, the cave monastery carved into sandstone cliffs, its origins uncertain. Dacian sanctuary, early Christian refuge, or both. Light filters through a natural opening shaped like a star, illuminating altars etched with crosses, suns, and symbols that defy singular belief. Locals whisper that wishes spoken here carry farther, as if the mountain listens. The silence is profound, broken only by wind and footsteps. In moments like this, Transylvania sheds its clichés. What remains is a landscape layered with faith, fear, resilience, and wonder. Best encountered not by checklist, but by surrender. This is the essence of mystery travel in Transylvania, not knowing where you are going, but trusting that the land will reveal what you are meant to find. The blind drop unfolds again, this time in Biertan, another Saxon hamlet revealed without warning, just 30 kilometers from your last revelation. Its 13th century fortified church rises from the vineyards like a stone sentinel, a UNESCO-protected monument anchoring a village of just 1,600 residents. Yet beneath its austere walls lies an unexpectedly human secret: the famed divorce room. For centuries, quarreling couples were locked together inside this small chamber, sharing a single bed, plate, and spoon, until reconciliation proved inevitable. It is medieval social engineering at its most pragmatic. Beyond the walls, trails climb into hushed meadows where wild orchids bloom in spring, and carved wooden gates whisper Saxon folklore, symbols of protection, fertility, and faith etched by hands long gone. Then the journey plunges further into the unknown. A longer drive, a deeper veil lifted. Sarmizegetusa Regia, the ancient capital of the Dacian kingdom, hidden high in the Orashtia Mountains, some 150 kilometers south of Cluj. Once a fortified city of nearly 20,000, today it is a silent constellation of stone platforms, sanctuaries, and circular temples embedded in forest. Archaeologists read it as a political and religious center. Locals speak of energy lines and cosmic alignment. The surprise arrives not through sight, but sensation, an uncanny stillness as you meditate within the circular sanctuary, where solar calendars once tracked celestial cycles and legends. Insist treasures remain buried beneath the roots of beech trees. From here, mystery radiates outward to the Busegi Mountains, 200 kilometers east, a landscape steeped in speculation and myth. The Sphinx and Babel rock formations loom like weathered sentinels, sculpted by wind and time, yet long believed to be remnants of ancient knowledge. Theories swirl: Dacian observatories, energy portals, even links to Egypt's pyramids. Hikes lead to shadowed caverns and rumored underground passages where stories persist of hidden gold and inexplicable phenomena, sudden mists, shifting light, rainbows appearing without rain. In this terrain, certainty dissolves. What remains is the essence of mystery travel, not proof, but presence, standing at the crossroads of geology, history, and belief, where Transylvania refuses to fully explain itself. The final unveiling arrives quietly, almost reverently. Cinque Vece, the so-called Temple of Wishes, hidden in the low sandstone hills of Sibiu County. Carved directly into rock, its origins debated but often traced back millennia, This Rupestrian sanctuary feels less built than revealed. Sunlight filters through openings cut with deliberate intent, illuminating a strange convergence of symbols. Crosses beside circles, solar motifs alongside shapes resembling the yin-yang and the Star of David. Orthodox monks later prayed here, yet the space still hums with older pagan resonance. Locals believe the bell tower amplifies intention, that wishes made with a pure heart echo beyond stone. The surprise deepens nearby, in the Buzu Mountains, where more than 20 hidden cave monasteries and cultic chambers puncture forested cliffs. These prehistoric and early medieval refuges, etched with Dacian symbols and ascetic cells, once sheltered warriors, hermits, and mystics seeking isolation from the world. By winding roads or AI-guided blind tours costing around €50, these sites promise not spectacle, but discovery. The thrill of stepping into places that resist explanation. Dawn breaks softly in a Transylvanian hamlet like Viskri, and life stirs with elemental simplicity. Roosters crow as mist lifts from pastures. The scent of fresh hay and damp earth drifts through narrow lanes. Saxon-descended villagers rise early, tending gardens planted with heirloom beans and cabbage, milking goats for fresh bronza cheese still warm from the pail. Breakfast is humble yet deeply rooted. Golden mamaliga topped with sour cream, accompanied, perhaps controversially, by a small glass of palinka, the potent fruit brandy of the region. As the day unfolds, Transylvania reveals its quieter rituals. In village courtyards, blacksmiths still hammer iron into traditional tools, sparks flashing against centuries-old anvils. Women weave wool into Saxon patterns whose symbols once marked identity, faith, and protection. In Bierton, the fortified church fills with sound on Sunday mornings, organ notes rolling beneath vaulted ceilings, hymns unchanged since the Middle Ages. These moments are not staged for visitors, they are lived continuities. In this veiled heart of Romania, mystery does not shout. It lingers patiently in stone, song, and the rhythm of everyday life. At Sarmizegetusa Regia, the past does not rest quietly. As twilight settles over the Orashtia Mountains, locals gather around small campfires, their faces flickering in the firelight as they recount Dacian folklore passed down through generations. Central to every tale is Zamolxis, the immortal god-king, part deity, part philosopher, who taught the Dacians that death was merely a passage, not an end. Elders speak of warriors who vanished into the mountains to join him, of sacred knowledge encoded in stone circles aligned with the sun. Nearby, hikes in the Busigi Mountains often conclude with a grounding ritual, herbal teas brewed from wild plants, thyme, yarrow, mountain mint, collected along the trail. These infusions, elders say, are remedies not only for the body, but for unsettled spirits, their recipes whispered rather than written. At Shinkaveche, silence becomes ceremonial. Visitors enter the rock-hewn temple slowly, lowering their voices instinctively. Meditation here is unstructured and deeply personal. Some sit beneath the open bell tower where light pours in from above. Others trace the carved symbols with their fingertips. Notes bearing wishes are tucked discreetly into cracks in the stone, a quiet dialogue between past and present. When evening falls, community life resumes with warmth and generosity. Long wooden tables fill with sarmale, cabbage rolls stuffed with pork and rice, served alongside fresh bread and bowls of sour cream. Glasses of tsuika, the clear plum brandy of the countryside, are raised in toasts that honor guests, ancestors, and the land itself. This is resilience in practice. Orthodox faith layered seamlessly over pagan memory, hospitality offered without condition, and identity preserved through shared meals and stories. Yet the deepest allure of Transylvania lies in its unanswered questions, the mysteries that elevate blind travel into something visceral and unforgettable. Near Cluj-Napoca, the Hoia Baciu forest emerges as the most unsettling of surprises. Known as Europe's Bermuda Triangle, this dense woodland has drawn researchers and thrill-seekers since the late 1960s, when reports of UFO sightings, electromagnetic anomalies, sudden anxiety, and unexplained burns began circulating. Trees here grow twisted and malformed, as if recoiling from unseen forces. A blind drop into Hoia Baciu after dark heightens every sensation: the oppressive silence, the sense of being watched, the instinct to turn back despite no visible threat. Back at Sarmizegetusa, mystery takes on a cosmic dimension. The sanctuary's precise solar alignments, particularly during solstices, continue to puzzle archaeologists. Locals speak of energy surges felt in the body, of compasses spinning, of treasures still buried beneath the earth, protected by ancient Dacian sorcery. In the Butaji Mountains, the enigmatic Sphinx and Babel rock formations loom against the sky, their human-like silhouettes fueling theories of global ley lines, subterranean chambers, and even holographic phenomena that defy conventional explanation. Whether myth or measurable anomaly, these places resist certainty. In Transylvania, the unknown is not a gimmick, it is a living presence. And on an AI-curated blind journey through its hidden heart, mystery is not something you observe from a distance. It is something you step into, feel underfoot, and carry with you long after the road disappears into the mist. Shinkaveche's rock-hewn temple, etched with enigmatic symbols, functions as a living wish portal, an unresolved convergence of belief systems preserved within a mystery said to span 7 millennia. Pagan markings coexist with Christian iconography, their meanings deliberately opaque, inviting interpretation rather than explanation. Farther east, the Rupestrian sanctuaries of the Buzo Mountains conceal what local lore describes as Dacian training grounds for spiritually attuned warriors. Across cliff faces and cave walls, some 137 rock engravings murmur of forgotten initiation rites and lost cosmologies. On blind journeys, these veils lift gradually, revealed through the voices of local guides who balance reverence with restraint, ensuring encounters remain both safe and quietly electrifying. For centuries, Transylvania's surprises remained hidden by geography and history alike. Dacian strongholds such as Sarmizegetusa were rediscovered by scholars in the 18th century, yet their esoteric dimensions only surfaced much later, shaped by waves of 20th century mysticism and alternative research. Hoia Baciu Forest entered global consciousness after the now famous UFO photographs of 1968, while the Busegi Mountains attracted scientific and fringe investigators throughout the 1990s, drawn by reports of unexplained phenomena. Villages like Viskri, nearly forgotten, experienced renewal in the 1990s through Saxon repatriation and quiet royal patronage. By 2025, mystery travel platforms curate blind drops across the region, with travelers describing unforgettable chills at Shinkaveche or profound unease beneath the Butiji Sphinx. Today, Transylvania endures as one of Europe's last true mystery havens. Tourism now underwrites preservation, with 2025 initiatives such as eco-trails in the Butegi Mountains designed to protect fragile sites while limiting impact. Challenges remain. Over-tourism threatens iconic locations, but countless hamlets and sacred landscapes still rest in near silence. For those drawn to blind travel, specialized operators offer immersive journeys from around €200, including transport and carefully timed reveals. Most begin with flights into Cluj, often reachable from elsewhere in Europe at modest cost. Ethical travel is essential here. Honor sacred spaces, support village artisans, and move gently through forests where myth and ecology remain inseparable. As the fog thins over Transylvania's hidden realms, one truth becomes clear. Mystery travel is not defined by destinations, but by surrender. It is the courage to step forward without certainty, to let the unknown lead. In these shadowed valleys and ancient stones, surprise is not an accessory, it is the journey itself. Thank you for unveiling the enigma. Until the next Odyssey, remain curious and let the mystery guide you.